In previous lecture, we have discussed about the resistive inductive series circuit. There we have analyzed the circuit and we have found the relations between voltage and current, then the impedance, power factor, active, reactive and apparent power, etc. Now let's see some example based on this concept. So in the first example, the question is a resistance and an inductance are connected in series across a voltage V equal to 283 sin 314t. The current is found to be I is equal to 4 sin 314t minus 45 degree. Find the value of resistance, inductance, power factor, active, reactive and apparent power of the circuit. So first see the circuit diagram of this question. So here it is a resistive inductive series circuit where V is equal to 283 sin 314t is applied and the current flowing in the circuit is 4 sin 314t minus 45 degree. Now if we draw the phasor diagram for the voltage and current, so V will be in the reference line and the current will lag the voltage by 45 degree. Therefore, the phase angle, that is the angle between voltage and current, is 45 degree here. As we know that the power factor is defined as cosine of the angle between voltage and current. So it is cos 45 degree and the value is 0.707 lagging. Remember one thing, when we find the power factor, we have to mention whether the power factor is lagging or leading. The power factor is basically unitless, but we have to mention whether the current is lagging or the current is leading the voltage. If the current is lagging the voltage, then the power factor will be considered as the lagging power factor, and if the current is leading the voltage, it will be considered as the leading power factor. Now in the next step, the omega value here is 314 radian per second as per the question. So the frequency of the circuit will be omega by 2 pi, because we know that omega is equal to 2 pi f. So here we can find the value of frequency, that is 314 upon 2 into pi, and the value will be 50 Hertz. So that is the frequency of the supply voltage. Now the RMS value of the voltage will be the maximum value upon root 2, and here the maximum value of the voltage is 283. So it is 283 upon root 2 and the voltage RMS value will be 200.11 volt. Similarly, the RMS current can be calculated as I max upon root 2. So it is 4 upon root 2 and it will be 2.828 ampere. So this is the voltage and current of the circuit. Now find the impedance. The impedance is voltage upon current. It can be written as Vmax upon Imax or Vrms upon Irms. So here it is Vrms upon Irms, and the value of the impedance will be 70.75 ohms. From the impedance triangle, we have seen that cos phi equal to R upon Z. Therefore, we write R equal to Z cos phi. So here the value of Z is 70.75 cos 45 degree. So if we calculate the value, the resistance will be 50 ohms. Next is the reactance. The reactance, inductive reactance, will be equal to Z sin phi. Again, we find these relations from the impedance triangle. So it will be 70.75 into sin 45 degree. And again the value of XL is 50 ohms. We know that XL is equal to 2 pi FL. So here 2 pi FL is equal to 50. Therefore, L can be written as 50 upon 2 pi into F, that is 50. So the value of L will be equal to 0.159 Henry. So this is the value of resistance, this is the value of inductance of the circuit. The power factor we have already calculated, that is 0.707. The resistance of the circuit is 50 ohms and the inductance of the circuit is 0.159 Henry. Now we have to find the powers, that is the active, reactive and apparent powers. So the formula of the active power is P is equal to VI cos phi. Here the RMS value of the voltage is 200.11. The RMS current is 2.828 into power factor, that is cos phi or cos 45 degree. So after solving, we will get the active power 400.16 watt. So this is the active power of the circuit. Next is the reactive power, that is VI sin phi. So again V is 200.11, I equal to 2.828 into sin 45 degree. So again the value of Q will be equal to 400.16 for volt ampere reactive. So this is the value of reactive power. And finally the apparent power S, it is V into I, RMS voltage into RMS current, that is 200.11 into 2.828. So the value of S will be equal to 565.91 VA, that is volt ampere. So this is our apparent power. So here it is the active power, it is the reactive power, and it is the apparent power. So this is the answer. The second example is a coil of resistance 1000 ohms and inductance 636.62 millihenry is connected across 230 volt 50 Hz single phase supply. Find the supply current, power factor and power. Here the power means the active power or the true power. So the circuit according to the question is R and L connected in series. AC voltage is applied here, which is 230 volt 50 Hz. Here the voltage is the RMS value. The R is given as 1000 ohms and the L is 636.62 millihenry. So you have to find the current, power factor and the active power. So first of all, here we will calculate the inductive reactance, that is XL. The XL is 2 pi FL. It is 2 pi into 50, that is the frequency, and the value of L is 636.62 millihenry. It should be converted to Henry, so multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3. So after simplification, the value of XL will be 200 ohms. This is the inductive reactance of the circuit. Now find the impedance of the circuit, Z. We know that the impedance of a resistive inductive series circuit is R square plus XL square whole square root. Here the value of R is 1000. So it is 1000 square plus XL is 200. So it is 200 square. And after simplification, the value of Z will be 1019.8 ohms. The power factor of the circuit is cos phi and it is represented as R upon Z, where the value of R is 1000 given and the impedance we have calculated 1019.8. So finally the power factor will be 0.981 lagging. So this is the power factor of the circuit. The current can be calculated by V upon Z, where V is the supply voltage 230, Z is the impedance 1019.8. So after simplification, we'll get the current as 2.2255 ampere. And finally, the active power. We have seen that the active power is VI cos phi. There is another formula of the active power, that is I square R. So we can use either of the formula. Now if I use I square R, so the active power can be written as 0.2255 whole square into R, that is 1000. So after simplification, we'll get the power is equal to 50.85 watt. So this is the power of the circuit. So the current is 0.2255 ampere. The power factor is 0.981 lagging and the active power is 50.85 watts. The next question is, obtain the current through a single phase load of 2 kilowatt with 0.8 lagging power factor at 230 volt 50 Hz supply. Find also the current circuit elements and active, reactive and apparent power for the load. As here in the solution, the active power is already given, that is 2 kilowatt. It is already given. And the power factor is given, that is cos phi is equal to 0.8. Therefore, we can find the sin phi, that is square root of 1 minus cos square phi. This is square root of 1 minus 0.8 square. So it will be 0.6. Now we know that P is equal to VI cos phi, where P is given as 2 kilowatt, that is 2000 watt. Voltage is 230 volt. Current we have to calculate, and the power factor cos phi is given as 0.8. So after simplification, we will get the current, that will be 2000 upon 230 into 0.8. So the value of the current will be 10.87 ampere. Now the reactive power Q is equal to VI sin phi. So it is 230 into 10.87 into sin phi, that we have calculated is 0.6. So the value of the reactive power will be 1500 volt ampere reactive, or we can write Q is equal to 1.5 kVAR, that is kilovolt ampere reactive. And the apparent power, it can be calculated by multiplying RMS voltage and RMS current, and also you can find it by using square root of active power square plus reactive power square. So we can use either of this formula. Now if we use V into I, so V here is 230 and the current is 10.87. So finally the S apparent power will be 2500 VA, or we can write 2.5 kVA. That is the apparent power. The next is we have to find the circuit elements. Here the circuit elements means it is a resistive inductive circuit. We have to find the value of resistance and inductance. So calculate the impedance of the circuit first. This is V upon I, that is 230 upon 10.87. So the Z will be 21.16 ohms. This is the impedance of the circuit. From the impedance triangle, we know that R is equal to Z cos phi, that is 21.16 into 0.8. So we'll get 16.93 ohms. This is the value of resistance. And the inductive reactance XL is Z sin phi. So it is 21.16 into 0.6 and it is 12.7 ohms. XL means 2 pi FL, that is 12.7. Therefore, L will be 12.7 upon 2 pi into F, where the frequency is 50 Hz. So finally the value of L will be 0.04041 Henry, or we can write 40.41 millihenry. So this is the answer. Now the example number 4. Here the question is, two coils A and B are connected in series across 240 volt 50 Hz supply. The resistance of coil A is 5 ohms and the inductance of the coil B is 0.015 Henry. If the input from the supply is 3 kW and 2 kVAr, find the inductance of coil A and the resistance of coil B. Also calculate the voltage drop across each coil. So let's see the solution. Here is the circuit. This is coil A. The resistance of the coil A is 5 ohms. Inductance we have to calculate. Similarly, for coil B, the resistance we have to calculate and the inductance is given as 0.015 Henry. Supply voltage is 240 volt 50 Hz. The current that will flow through the circuit. VA is the voltage drop across the coil A and VB is the voltage drop across the coil B. So in this question we have to find the current, the inductance of coil A, resistance of coil B, the voltage drop across coil A and the voltage drop across coil B. Now here the powers of the circuits are given. P is equal to 3 kilowatt, that is the active power, and the reactive power is given as 2 kVAr, that is kilovolt ampere reactive. So first we find the apparent power S. The S can be calculated as P square plus Q square. This relation we have already discussed earlier. So here the value of P is 3, so it will be 3 square, and the Q is 2, so it will be 2 square. And after solving, the apparent power will be 3.606 kVA, that is kilovolt ampere. The another formula of S is the product of RMS voltage and RMS current. So from this relation we can find the current I as S upon V, where S is 3.606 kVA, or we can convert it in VA, that is 3606 VA, and the voltage is given as 240 volt, so it is 240 volt. And after solving we will get the value of the current, that is 15.025 ampere. This will be the current in the circuit. Next, we have to find the total resistance of the circuit. The total resistance of the circuit will be RT, and it will be the sum of RA and RB. Because in this circuit the two coils are connected in series, therefore the net resistance will be the resistance of the coil A and the resistance of the coil B, their summation. The resistance here can be calculated by the formula P upon I square. Because we have already discussed earlier that the active power can also be calculated by using this formula. P is equal to I square R. This is also the formula of the active power. So by using this formula here we have to calculate the total resistance. So it will be P upon I square, or the total resistance will be, the power is here 3 kilowatt. Here power means the active power, 3 kilowatt. We convert it into watt upon the current, and current we have calculated, that is 15.025. So it is 15.025 ampere square. And after simplification, the total resistance will be 13.29 ohms. This is the total resistance. Therefore, Ra plus Rb is 13.29, or we can write Rb is equal to 13.29 minus Ra, where the value of Ra is given in the question, that is 5. So the value of Rb will be 8.29 ohms. So this is the resistance of coil B that we have calculated. In the next step, we will calculate the total impedance of the circuit. And as we know, the formula of the impedance is RMS voltage upon RMS current. In the question, the supply voltage is 240 volt and the current we have calculated as 15.025. So after solving this, the impedance value will be 15.97 ohms. This is the total impedance of the circuit. Now the impedance can also be written as we know that the other formula of the impedance is, for a pure resistive inductive circuit, is R square plus XL square. Here the impedance means the total impedance, resistance is the total resistance, and the inductive reactance is the total inductive reactance of the circuit. So from this we can write XLT, total inductive reactance, is square root of total impedance of the circuit square minus total resistance of the circuit square and whole square root. The impedance we have calculated is 15.97, and the total resistance also we have calculated, that is 13.29. So the total inductive reactance of the circuit will be 8.86 ohms. And the total inductive reactance XLT is the sum of XLA, that is the inductive reactance of coil A, plus inductive reactance of coil B. In the question, the inductance of the coil B is given. So here we find the inductive reactance of the coil B, XLB, and it will be 2 pi F of LB. frequency is 50 and the inductance of the coil B is given as 0.015. So the value of XLB will be 4.71 ohms. So now from this relation we can write XLA is equal to total inductive reactance minus inductive reactance of coil B. The XLT is the total inductive reactance and we have calculated it is 8.86. So it is 8.86 minus inductive reactance of the coil B, that is 4.71. So after solving, the value will be 4.15 ohms. This is the inductive reactance of the coil A. Now the inductive reactance of the coil A can be written as 2 pi f LA, that is the inductance of the coil A, and it is 4.15. Therefore, LA can be written as 4.15 upon 2 pi f, here the frequency is 50. So after solving, the value will be 0.0132 Henry. Therefore, the inductance of the coil A is 0.0132 Henry. So this is our inductance of coil A. The next part is the voltage drop across coil A and coil B. So the voltage drop across an element is equal to the current into impedance of that element. So voltage drop across coil A is the current into impedance of coil A. Impedance of the coil A can be written as square root of RA square plus XLA square. The current we have calculated is 15.025. The resistance of the coil A is given 5 and the inductive reactance of the coil A we have calculated, it is 4.15. So 4.15 square. After solving this, we will get the voltage drop across the coil A, VA, and it will be 97.63 volts. So this is the voltage drop across the coil A. Now the voltage drop across coil B. Again it is current into impedance of coil B, and the impedance of the coil B is the square root of resistance of the coil B square plus inductive reactance of the coil B square. Current is 15.025. The resistance of the coil B we have calculated is 8.29. So it is 8.29 square. And the inductive reactance is 4.71. So it's square. And after solving this, the voltage drop across the coil B will be 143.25 volts. So this is the voltage drop across the coil B. This is the complete solution. The next question is a 120 volt 60 watt bulb is to be operated on 220 volt 50 Hz supply. In order that the bulb should operate on correct voltage, calculate the value of pure inductance to be connected in series with the bulb. So the bulb means a purely resistive part. Here we have to add an inductance in series with the bulb. So it will be the circuit diagram where the voltage across the bulb should be 120 volt. This is bulb. And the power of the bulb is given as 60 watt. The supply voltage is 220 volt 50 Hz. So you have to find the value of inductance that should be connected in series with the bulb. So first of all, if the bulb operates with proper voltage, that is 120 volt, then the power of the bulb, that means for a purely resistive part, the power can be written as V into I, RMS voltage into RMS current. Here the power of the bulb is 60. Voltage across the bulb should be 120. So we can find the current that should flow in the circuit. It is 0.5 ampere. So when the bulb operates with proper voltage, the current should be 0.5 ampere. And the same current will flow through the inductance also. Here we have to find the voltage drop across the inductance. Now, if we consider this RL series circuit, as we have already seen that the supply voltage can be written as square root of VR square plus VL square, where V is the supply voltage, VR is the voltage drop across the resistance, and VL is the voltage drop across the inductance. Because we have already seen during analysis of the RL circuit that this is VR, it is VL, and their summation is considered as total voltage V. So from this relation we can write V equal to square root of VR square plus VL square, or VL can be written as square root of V square minus VR square. In the question, the supply voltage is 220 volt and the voltage across the resistance, that means across the bulb, is 120. So if we solve this, we'll get the value of the VL and it will be 184.4 volts. That is the voltage drop across the inductance, VL. And the voltage drop across inductance can further be written as I into XL. As in the circuit, the inductance is connected in series with the bulb. That means the same current that will flow into the bulb will also flow through the inductance. Therefore, the XL can be written as 184.4 upon current, and the current we have calculated is 0.5 ampere, so it is 0.5. So the value of the XL So it can be written as 368.8 ohms. That is the value of XL. And we know that the XL is equal to 2 pi FL. So it is 368.8. From there we can write L is equal to 368.8 upon 2 pi into F, where the frequency is 50. So after solving, the value of inductance will be 1.174 Henry. Therefore, the answer is we have to add an inductance of 1.174 Henry in series with the bulb to get the proper output in the circuit. So this is the answer. Thank you.